Calling on curiosity, releasing attachment. We invite you to get curious about the habits that are recurring and not in alignment with your goals. Mindful awareness of the habits that contribute to weight gain is part of your journey. If mindfulness teaches us anything, it is the importance of redirecting our attention continuously and repeatedly to question how forces of conditioning are shaping unacknowledged habitual reactive patterns. Let's unpack this for a little bit. Mindfulness is awareness. Use those words interchangeably. Being self aware is the neuroplasticity, the ability to actually impart change. And that's what we're here to do, right? It's a lifelong journey, lifelong commitment, lifelong practice of being more self aware. The more self awareness we have, the more apt we are to live in alignment with what our goals are. I know many of you have the goal of maintaining weight loss that makes you feel your best. And part of this is awareness. Awareness to these conditioned forces. Conditioning is the habits or patterns we find ourselves in that um, almost feel automatic. Reaching for M&Ms, skipping a meal, not drinking enough water, insert any of the circumstances in which many of you have shared already. So, what are the habits you've noticed throughout the course that you are most attached to? Skipping meals. So many times when we have put ourselves on a diet and we focus on calorie restriction alone, we skip a meal. Simultaneously, sometimes we get so distracted and so busy and almost overworked that we skip meals. There are sugar cravings that pop up after dinner. It's a conditioned habit. You're done eating a meal and you automatically know or anticipate that something sweet should come next. Some of us are conditioned to snack or graze in front of the TV at night. This nighttime eating is a conditioned response. TV to fall asleep, not wanting to exercise, eating too quickly, not eating enough. And again, not eating enough kind of gets a little asterisk here. What we mean is providing your body with enough macronutrients to meet its needs, restricting calories throughout the day, but then being so overly hungry that you then binge at night. Over reliance on meal replacement shakes. Again, an over reliance is kind of the balance here. Sometimes those meal replacement shakes do hold a time and a place and a purpose. And if it prevents you from skipping breakfast altogether, and feeds you so that you have more of that internal willpower through lunch, then I think that's a perfect time and place to use a meal replacement shake. Speaking poorly of yourself or your body, right? Holding yourself to such an exquisite standard that even you can't meet your own expectations. We need to be really kind to ourselves and speak very kindly and rewrite those inner mantras and negative self talk. Not making your meals on the meal plan. This is totally okay. The meal plan is designed to be a guide, and it is encouraged that you experiment with these meal plans and that you use these recipes as, again, guide for you. Again, attachment to fast food. Let's reflect on why and how we're using these behaviors. When I'm not in alignment with my why, with my health goals, with my food choices, Why? Why am I not in alignment? This awareness to lack of alignment is kind of what we're reflecting on here. Circumstances. Did the circumstances change? What's going on around you? Some of you have shared that you're now working from home, right? And so when your circumstance changes and now you're working from home, well, work bleeds into everything. Now you eat at your desk. Now you drink at your desk. You don't even take breaks. You don't get up. You don't walk around. The circumstances have changed. Be aware of that. Who is involved? Sometimes we have such emotional entanglement to our relationships with others that we forget about the boundaries we have for ourselves. Timing, sleep, nourishment, movement, mood, and belief. Curiosity is an ally in this process of rewiring our brains to think differently. So just be curious to these responses and also know that they can change. Your responses today, your reflections today can be different tomorrow or next month or next year. Guiding yourself through misaligned attachments. So, a misaligned attachment would be one of those attachments to one of those behaviors that you feel conditioned to reach out for and is something that you don't feel is in alignment with your ability to make a better food choice, exercise more consistently, go to bed on time, something that's getting in the way of you achieving your weight loss goal or of you feeling your best. So make a list of the habits you have that you want to change in order to stay aligned to your goal. You can go ahead and pause this recording so you can do that. Next to each habit, list what age in your life that habit began. Go ahead and pause. Now imagine your grandparent aged, a master of your own metabolism, a guru for nutrition, living life fully after weight loss surgery. Obesity couldn't be further in your rearview mirror. You are fully embodied you, just as you are. Intuitive eating master, lover of life. What kind words of encouragement, wisdom, and self love does your older self tell yourself today and your younger self at each age where the habit was listed above? I love exercises like this. Um, I think they can be very healing and very nurturing. So, in this exercise, we are going to release these attachments. And so, by writing down all the things, the people, the experiences you wish to release so that you can be more aligned to your why for being in our program, your why for following and practicing the art of bariatrics, your why for saying yes to your commitment to weight loss surgery, your why to saying yes to movement, your why to saying yes to trying fermented foods. You can draw pictures, you can use colored pencils. You can be very specific here. And the more specific you are, the more meaningful this experience will be. We're drawing on the left and the right side of the brain. We're really tapping into creativity, and it just makes this work feel more powerful. So go ahead and pause the recording again to do that. Write down all the things that you want to release. Now imagine holding each item in your mind's eye and wrap it in a pink bubble. So the first item on your list, breathe. Now imagine it being wrapped in a big pink bubble. I imagine like the Good Witch on The Wizard of Oz. Now this big pink bubble and this object or person or experience in front of you that you want to release. Thank it for once serving a purpose and for providing you a sense of relief. Thank it for being there, and then let it float away. And then repeat this with each item on your list. Once you have gone through the entire list, don't forget to breathe. Now, I invite you to burn your list. Burning the list, burning everything you wrote down, all those specific things, all those colors, after doing this visualization exercise, is another ritual of releasing attachment. You burn it, you can burn it in the kitchen sink, you can burn it over a fire pit. Please don't catch your house on fire. But burning this list and thanking this list for once serving a purpose in your life and for providing you relief, you're burning it, you're releasing attachment because those things don't serve you anymore. After we do this letting go ritual, it is very beneficial to fill what you've just released with something more positive. So, the next exercise we're going to do is a gratitude ritual. Now, you're going to write down all the things, all the people, all the experiences in which you're incredibly grateful for. You can draw pictures, use colored pencils, be as specific as you possibly can be. And we're going to do that same exercise where we're going to hold each item in your mind's eye, wrap it in a pink bubble, pause and take breath. Thanking the item, the object, the experience, the people, and then let it float away. Our ability to let the things we are grateful for float away is another practice to releasing attachment to this conditional need. And so releasing attachment to even the things you're really grateful for really frees you up to have a capacity to give more freely and receive love more freely. You also want to burn this list. Burning this list is an act or a ritual of releasing the attachment to those things for which you are grateful for. We're going to end with this. This is an Eleanor Roosevelt quote. I think at a child's birth, if a mother could ask a fairy godmother to endow it with the most useful gift, that gift would be curiosity. So just remember, as you go on further with your journey, there is no such thing as perfection. Hold kindness in your heart for yourself and for others. Each day is a new day full of possibilities. Courage is showing up for yourself, and respect your boundaries for self-care. With gratitude, thank you so much for embarking on this journey with us, Art of Bariatrics.